So, like with any other editor, Visual Studio Code also has a lot of keyboard shortcuts that you can work with. There are a lot of default keyboard shortcuts. You can create your own. You can edit the keys which perform the keyboard shortcuts, and you have a lot of options here. So let's jump into how to work with them. The first thing you need to do, Code, Preferences, Keyboard Shortcuts, right? So here we have a list of all the keyboard shortcuts that there are with the commands and the corresponding key binding. See, there are a lot of options here. We have the source option, which lets you see whether it's default or user. And in the user situation, let me just have created an example. So you can do change key binding, remove key binding, reset, and change when expression. So in change, you're changing the literal key binding. You can remove it so it'll stop having a shortcut, and you can reset it to what the original was. Of course, you can copy the command and show same key binding. So same key bindings basically brings up any duplicates that you have. So both of these have the same shortcut associated with them. So if you're feeling that there's some sort of overriding going on, you can fix it from here. And now let's get into actually using some of these, especially the more frequent and commonly used ones. Visual Studio Code provides you with a reference sheet of all the shortcuts available by default. So that's over here on their website. But I don't think you need all of them all the time, really. You just need like maybe 7 or 8 frequently used ones, and I'll go over those. So number 1 is command /, which toggles comments in and out. So that's really handy whenever you need a toggle for, like, most editors have one button for commenting and then one for uncommenting. It's useful to have sort of one button to do both of those. Then the keyboard shortcut for looking at any errors is just Shift, Command, and M. So all the problems will come up. So that's handy when you're trying to debug, right? If you want to change the theme, which we went over the themes, again Command K and T, right? That's handy. If you want to get into a little more code editing type ones, so the first thing is, if you want to install an extension, it's Shift Command X, right? All the extensions will pop up. I've gone over Zen mode side by side. So if you want to create two files, Command and then \, you'll get two sort of editors here. And then Command 1, 2, 3 will help you toggle between them, right? Then another handy one is Control and Tab. All the files you've been working with recently will show up here, and you can switch quickly between them. Then the next one is how you copy a line up or down. So let's say we have this line, right? And you want to copy it up or down. What you can do is Shift, Option, and down key. So Shift, Option, down key will let you delete the lines which you, will let you copy down the line or up. So with the up, you just need the upper arrow key with Shift and Option pressed. Of course, these keyboard shortcuts are for the Mac. You can find the definitions for Windows on the website as well. Option gets replaced by Alt, and Command usually gets replaced by Control. Then the next one is to when you need to go to a specific line, Control G, and you can put in the line number, right? Then another handy one is to trim out white spacing. This helps when you're like comparing files and trying to find differences when white spacing is the difference. So for this you use Command K and X and it'll trim off any white space. I think that's largely it for the frequently used ones, and then of course there are many others which you can use as time goes on, but this is just to give you a quick introduction.